மாணவர்கள் எவரும் போதைக்கு அடிமையாகாதீர்கள். அடிமையானவர்கள் மீண்டதாக சரித்திரமில்லை. எனவே உங்களையும் சமூகத்தையும் பாதுகாத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் நலன் கருதி கல்வி டிவி.
Hi students, today grade 6 science English medium second class, right? Please take your school textbook, right? We already studied last class in our environment surrounding us. We have find out living things and non-living things, living things and non-living things. So different kind of environment consist different kind of things, such as if you consider as a beach, you can find out boat, ships, those are non-living things. Stone, sometimes cells, dead cells, right? That is non-living. Rocks, that are non-living things. But sometimes you can find out fish, cork, and birds, right? Snakes, those are plants, those are living things. So if you consider your classroom, that time also what is you will study the classroom environment, non-living things, table, chair, chalk, tablecloth, right? Everything's blackboard, right? And wall, roof, everything's are non-living things. And living things, students, teachers, a human, don't kind students, teacher, just human. And ant, right? Ant is there. Sometimes you can see butterfly, sometimes see the lizard, right? Lizard also there. So that is different environment. So if you consider the forest, you can find out elephant, deer, squirrel, deer, right? And bear and everything, snakes, right? Possible. So today we are going to study, see the screen. It is clear that there is a growth in some component while there is no growth in some component. Say example, if you see a small baby, right? If you see a baby, baby, right? Say small baby. Or in the right this hernia or something, right? Baby. After that, what happened? There was you can find out children, child, right? This is a child. There are so many here when you consider here children's, right? Babies, then small one. Then the biggest one, this little bit biggest one, what is, you can find out then some mushak, and this one style and beer, style beers also there, right? After that what happened, some person have find out old one, right? This old one. Say the growth is possible. See how it is possible? Yes. Baby to child, child to here the big boy, then the younger one, then old man. So here you can find out some difference. But if you construct the building as a small house, right? As a small house in here, this say 1999. This is about 2003. So 2003 or 2005. Then this is little bit what 2020 or 21. This is 2020 20 or 2030 or 30 or something, right? What is, when the year is going to increase, he is going to change. But this house, when you consider this one, this house always same. This house always same in size. Right, sometime maybe the roof are going to damage. The sizes don't want change. Size is always same. Right. So house don't want change. The building. But some living things can change. Not only that. Say example. If you consider say seeds. One seeds. What happened? The seeds is going to grow bigger size and it's going to grow. Small one is going to come this side. Then what happened? The seed is going to come out and it's grow like small roots is going to develop. The same time you can find out the leaves also going to differentiate. Then what will happen? It is developed as a plant. Say it is developed as a biggest plant. And root also well developed. Right? This is plant. So here you can find out the size is going to increase. Here the size is going to increase. So this is also growth. Here it is, they said, it is clear that there is a growth in some component. It's where, which component? Yes, sure, these are living things. These are living things. While there is no growth mean, yes, chair always be in same size. Right? Chair always be in same size. So house same size. Vehicle always be in same size. Right? So these are non-living things. Ball always being in same size. So these are non-living things. These are find out as non-living things. There is no growth in some component. That is non-living things. Right? These are non-living things. They call these are non-living things. Right? Okay. We will go to next slide. Component with a growth are called living things or living organism. The component without a growth are called non-living things. That means component with a showing growth. The component in our environment, we have find out different kind of the component, different kind of things. If some component which are going to grow, that is living things. If any component not grow, say example, this as a book, it don't want grow, so non-living things, right? It's a spectacle, this is non-living things. Say phone, this is not a living things, this is non-living things, right? So it don't want grow, but small cat, it can be grow. Small dog can be grow, birds can be grow, right? Tree, it can be grow. So here in the screen, component with a growth are called living things. Component with a not grow, these are called non-living things, right? Students, you already studied about this, right? Okay, come to next slide. Yeah, wonder of the living world. Yes, you have wonder of the living world. See here, this is unit 1 in grade 6. Your textbook says the component of the environment. What is component? Yes, these are component of the environment. These are component of the environment. These are component, right? Component of the environment can be categorized. Yes, this also component. This also component, which is it has our environment. So it is included in our environment. Those are component, right? So here the components can be categorized, can be divided, can be grouped. Categorize means can be grouped, can be divided, right? What is our environmental component? Environment. It has some component, things, component, right? That components can be classified, can be grouped two things, that is living things and non-living things, living things and non-living things. Non-living things. Students, you can understand what is going on. Things, right? Very slowly I have teached you, I am going to explain you what is the component. The component of the environment can be categorized, can be grouped under two main groups, not the one group, under two main group, right? What are they? Living things and non-living things. You can see your environment, there are so many living things. Here, man, dog, tree, lovebirds and parrot and right, lizard, squirrel, right, cat, everywhere. Then non-living things. Here, table and glass, water, bicycle, stone, book, pen, which are not showing as growth. Living things can grow, but non-living things won't grow, right? Students, you studied about non-living things and living things, right? At your home, you can do the exercise living things and non-living things yourself, okay? Now we are going to see, observe your house and the garden. List what you can see and categorize them as living things and non-living things. Say example, we are going to see our house, right? I am going to see our house, right? In my house, okay, this is a small house, right? A small house is here, right? Small house, and yes, they said observe your house and the garden. Okay, I can see my house. There are roof is there, roof, window, tile, right, wall. Those are in my house. And chimney, you know, the kitchen side they can find out some chimney, right? This also non-living things. Around the garden, yes, lot of what do you call the grasses, bushes. You can find out the spelling in your textbook. It has bushes, trees, right? And because trees are there, because trees. And sometimes you can find out some birds flying, some birds, right? Birds mean crow, right? So small one, the birds means crow, peacock, or myna. Then every you can as a peacock, sometime small one, hen also they are, right? That small duck possible, you can find out. And sometimes small soil organism, say sandy soil, if it is sandy soil, earthworm possible. Because snakes can find out, snakes. And chameleon, you know chameleon like this, right? This is a big one, you can find out chameleon, right? It can use tongue, and this one is chameleon, right? Chameleon mean I will like this one, like a lion, camel, lion, chameleon, right? This one, it has 4 legs. This is possible to see. Yes, it can use his tongue. Chameleon. Butterflies. You can find out some butterflies in your surround. So you can write it this. You can write. Sometimes cockroach. Cockroach possible. Right? Cockroach. Right? So there are so many living things and non-living things you can find out. Please list. That is most helpful you. Right? You have to learn lot of spellings of that. It is easily understand that the two categories are plants and animals. Yes. The two categories plants and animals. Yes. Earlier what we studied, right? The things can be classified, non-living things and living things, non-living things and living things, right? This is two things. After that, the living things can classify it in two groups, animal and plant. Okay students, sometime you are going to confuse. Animals mean what? Sometimes most of the students thinking what is animal mean, they think animal mean lion, cat, right, and say deer. These are animals, but included animal also include crow also bird, but it is included in animal. Peacock also animals. So animal contain included lion, cat, that 4 legs one and 2 legs one also included in here. Birds also included in the animal. And plant is different. Plant can classify different kind. We will study later. Anyway, here what we are studied, things, it can be classified non-living things. Things mean components. We call another name is component. Right? Component can be classified in two groups, living things and non-living things. Animal and birds are, living things can be classified animal and birds. It is easily to understood in past tense that the two categories are mean plural, it's plants and animals. Okay, we will go to next slide. Right, we will go to next slide. What is, yeah, therefore it's clear that living things can be divided into two main groups as plants and animals. Living things, right, categorize what is plant and animals. This is very, very important, right? We are going to study plant. Yes, small plant also, they are small one, right? Small plant also here, small plant and some bushes. Sometimes the biggest plant, right, we don't care about it. It's a big tree. Those are plants, right? And the animals, you know, everyone know that, right? Sometimes, you know, snake and dog, right? Dog or cow, right? Dog or cow, goat and elephant, right? It is included. Elephant and birds, right? birds, those are in animals. There are two groups studied. So students should know living things can be classified to one, plants and animals. Okay, next one. Sure. Here they have mentioned so many plants. You can see coconut. This coconut tree. Right? Spelling is important. You have to find out coconut tree, jack tree, bamboo tree, and papaya, mango, hibiscus or shoe flower, hibiscus or shoe flower. Right? So many plants around us. You have to find out. Students should find out the name of the trees. Very important. Otherwise, you can buy from the bookshop. There are so many trees with English and Sinhala and Tamil. So you can find out and learn yourself. That is more good for your studies in future. Okay. This is they mention tree or plant. Right. Because the living things can be classified in two group. What is plant and animal. The next one is animal. Animals mean not only the deer, small one also, fish, parrot, snail, butterfly, those are under the some animals. So you can find out, you can purchase, you can buy from your bookshop as animals. There are a lot of animals. Terms are there. If you don't know the spelling, you can find out that bookshop animals diagram that contain 3 languages spelling you can find out. Okay, because we don't have sufficient time to explain each animal and plant. Okay, now next, wonder of the living world. You will need some water taken off pond. Yes, there was some pond is here. Say example, here it has pond, small pond is here, pond, right, with water, right, lotus flower and everything's there. We don't care about it anyway. That is water, plant, and fishes are there. Fishes, this is pond water. So we took that small amount of pond water, rotted with the hay. Hay mean, you know, that paddy field. After the paddy field harvesting, you know, say example, I will explain that. Right, this is paddy. Everyone know that paddy. Right, we eating rice. Right, it's getting from the paddy. This is small granule. Right, small paddy. This paddy. Then what happened? It is going to grow. It is going to grow. That paddy field you can can find out. It's going to grow. Then what happened? In a certain stage, it will give us again paddy. It give us paddy. Again give. What we are doing? We cut this. We cut this. And what happened? We make a lot of, like a small cone shape or this shape of plants. These all are cut it and store it like this. With that kind of, what is paddy also there. After that, we are using some machines and separate the paddy. Separate the paddy. This is paddy, which is going to eat. It is going to eat for human purpose. Which is going to eat for human purpose. The second one, the waste materials. The waste materials like this. Sometimes we are using to give cow, cattle. Cow, it is a good. This one is the remain part of the paddy, stem or leaves, that is called in Tamil vaikol. Anyway, that kind of things is more suitable to eat cow. So the cow can eat. Right? Cow can eat this. Anyway, this is called hay. That's the reason here they have mentioned where hay. A compound microscope. Compound microscope, it's available in the laboratory, right? And slides. Slides also, slides we will and cover slip, right. Method, put the water taken from the pond. Yes, okay. Now we need water taken upon water rotated with the hay. Okay, now what happened? We will take the small like this bucket and put hay small amount and fill the by using of pond water with hay and taken the pond water and once, right, after rotate hay and another side with help of your teacher. Yes, after certain day, after second day or first day or second day, what is, we will take this water, say example, we can take by using of this kind of apparatus, right, this kind of apparatus. When we press it into the water, we can collect it, what is pond water can collect. Here the pond water is collect. After that what happened? We have put on the slide mean small glass, right, slide mean small glass, right, say small glass rod we have got it. Then place the drop of water, where on the slide, this water is here, right, pond water here with hay now already they put it, right. Then what happened? We have cover, we have another small tiny glass which is called cover slip, right, right, small tiny very thin glass is there. We will put it here, this cover slip, this is called cover slip. Whereas they said cover slip method, put taken on slide water with hay and another slide. Yes, another slide with, yeah, put the water taken from the pond on one slide. Yes, this is one slide and water rotated with hay on the another slide. Yes, another slide mean cover slip. This slide have put it here with help of your teacher. Now what happened? You are going to place it under the microscope. Yes, every students know the microscope. This is microscope you can find out at your laboratory, right. This is microscope. Yes, okay. Now see what is under the microscope you can find out. Yes, it will keep under the microscope and there are some adjustments here. So keep this slide, say what is this slide is going here. Yes, our slide is going to place it under the microscope and place it the small one also there, no, okay. The specimen, see, specimen is here, small specimen, and the blue color we already studied about this blue color specimens under the microscope. Now use your eye, here your eye is here, this is eye. When you see through the microscope, that means you can see through this, right, through this the specimens, right. I will adjust little bit, adjust the specimens like this, right, specimens. You can find out some microorganism, right. This is called microscope. Compound microscope mean here this is some compound microscope is here, right. Students, you can understand what is going on. We have to collect the pond water. This is pond water, with hay, and take it, and this is the slide mean small the tiny glass, and another cover slip also slide, not sling, slide, and SLID, right? SLID, wait, SLID, slide, and another cover slip also there, this cover slip, and this is compound microscope, and this is stage, and we will study later. Anyway, this is the experiment. For what? When you see through the microscope, you can find out different kind of organisms, right? Different kind of organism you can find out, right? Sometime various kind of organisms you can find out. We will study about it, right? So small microorganism we will study about. So go to the next slide. Okay, this is Wonder of the Living World, that unit 1 grade 6 class. Actual textbook you can find out. Here, see, when you observed, when you look that 2 water samples under the microscope, you will be able to observe. Yes, this you can find out. What is? You will be observed, right? Through the microscope you can observe, right? You will be observed. What is? You will be observed, right? Some tiny means small, very smallest one. Some tiny organism you never seen with your necktie. You never seen, you can't see. Only you can see by your compound microscope, right? Only this one only is correct. You can see this is right. These organism called what? This organism that can't be observed with the necktie are called microorganism. Yes, therefore in our in our environment we have find out trees and animals with our necktie, but some smallest organism very difficult to identify by using of necktie. Therefore we are using microscope. Microscope is the instrument which can use to identify the smallest organism. That is mean microorganism. It can't be seen with your necktie, right? Here, see this diagram. When you observe the 2 water samples under the microscope, you will be able to observe some tiny organism, smallest organism. These organisms that can't be observed with the necktie, right? It can't be seen, are called microorganisms. So they will ask the question, exam question, what do you mean, or what is, the questions can be asked, what is microorganism? Right? What is microorganisms mean? The questions, you can say the organism which can't be observed with necktie and can observe by compound microscope or something, that is microorganism, right? Definitely the microorganism, what is microorganism? Which can't be seen by with your necktie, right? That is microorganism. Okay students, this is grade 6 unit 1 second class. We will study next class, continue the chapter 1, right? Okay, thank you very much.
கல்வி டிவியில் புத்தம்புது நிகழ்ச்சிகளை உடனுக்குடன் பார்த்து மகிழ எமது Facebook மற்றும் YouTube பக்கத்தை லைக் செய்யுங்கள்.